Today on Studio G, we discuss the president's former attorney Michael Cohen and his prison sentence.
Also, we review the red carpet camp looks at last night's Met Gala in New York City.
And we sit down with Michael Ramirez from the UNLV Academic Success Center. Stick around, Studio G starts right now. Welcome to Studio G. I'm Jennifer Meza.
And I'm Kristen Uidoy. Former Donald Trump attorney Michael Cohen headed off to federal prison yesterday. The former Trump starts his 3-year sentence in Otisville, New York. That's the prison Cohen requested because of its closeness to New York City and its popularity with Jewish inmates. Cohen is being imprisoned for financial crimes and lying to Congress. He was originally set to begin his sentence in March, but he was granted a delay for shoulder treatment and to give testimony to Congress. Cohen's legal team tried for another delay by saying Cohen found a hard drive with material that could be helpful to investigators. That effort failed. Cohen will be held at the same prison as Mike the Situation Sorrentino from Jersey Shore and Billy McFarland, the coordinator of Fire Festival.
Coming up, we discuss last night's Met Gala red carpet looks. Studio G will be right back after the break.
The number one thing I like about KUNV is it enables an individual to express their passion and grow and share that passion with others. It's a wonderful gift that's shared by KUNV with students and community members alike.
I love them because they gave me this opportunity, and I love the way they are representing the community and giving people from the community a chance to come in and, do whatever they got to do with their music.
I love KUNV, I love being here, and I love the people that I'm working with, and finally getting my chance to finally work in radio, which I've been wanting to do since I was a kid. So I'm very happy here. You'll really have the chance to grow and learn about radio from very good DJs and from management.
We are here, and you can be here too. KUNV is a great place to be.
Last night can very well be considered the Super Bowl of fashion. Arturo Sanchez has more.
Yesterday marked a favorite night for the fashion world. The Met Gala at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. Hollywood's biggest stars and fashion insiders were in attendance at the fundraising event that takes place every first Monday in May to raise money for its Costume Institute. The theme this year was camp, notes on fashion. No, not like outdoor camp. Taking inspiration from American critic Susan Sontag's 1964 essay, Notes on Camp, which began to define the term as its love of the unnatural, of artifice, and exaggeration, attendees were encouraged to explore how elements like irony, humor, parody, and exaggeration are expressed in fashion. The exhibition itself in the museum would explore how camp has evolved from the 16th and 17th centuries till now. This year's event was co-chaired by none other than Lady Gaga, Harry Styles, Serena Williams, and of course, Vogue editor-in-chief Anna Wintour. For Studio G, I'm Arturo Sanchez.
I honestly loved all the looks. My favorite was Lupita Nyong'o and probably Zendaya. Who was yours?
Yeah, they were pretty cool. I like how Zendaya like left the glass slipper. Mine was Lady Gaga. All of the changes that she did, you know, the entrance was super impactful.
She always puts on a big show. She's great.
She's back.
It.
We love her. And speaking of amazing parties, Nick Sedbrook took an in-depth look at some European DJs who were playing at Chaos nightclub last week.
Last Thursday, Chaos Las Vegas solidified its place as one of the Valley's hottest mega clubs. The Palms rebranding has proved successful, drawing world-renowned DJs and massive crowds. But the real stars of the night were English electronic group Above and Beyond. The London-based producers are constantly placing in DJ Magazine's Top 100. They are one of the most successful trance groups of the 21st century. They stayed true to their trance and house vibes with this performance. They are known for their hypnotizing artistic visuals and writing inspirational text during their shows. The Chaos provided colorful lights, air cannons, and electric shocks sponsored by Tesla. This trio used the landscape of the club to put on an immersive sensory experience. Above and Beyond had the entire crowd moving all night despite not playing traditional club music. While they have a Chaos residency, they will also be at EDC Las Vegas this year. They are worth checking out for their production alone. They may have you in your feels crying in the club, but it's all worth it. The group is sure to leave a lasting impression. For Studio G, this was Nick Sedbrook.
Wow, that really did look like an experience, and I sure don't want to miss their residency, but maybe I can see them at EDC depending on when they play.
Coming up, we recognize teachers around the Valley for Teacher Appreciation Week. We'll be right back after the break.
If you'd like to see your name in the credits, you can join us. The Scramble runs on PBS Channel 10 and YouTube. As a student-run show, anyone can join us. You can be a reporter with the opportunity to be paid, learn skills behind the scene, and pitch your own story ideas. Add us to your resume by contacting UNLV manager Jennifer Ream in the Greenspun building or email contact me, Katie Strite, with any questions or concerns at streik1@unlv.nevada.edu.
UNV, I feel how I feel about it. It's great. I love it a lot. There's a lot amount of freedom. You can really do basically whatever you want.
Very nice facility, very clean. We have editing booths, studios for students to practice our craft and to learn more. And KUNV definitely gives us insight into what we'll be doing when we get our careers, once we graduate. They give us free will and free creativity.
I can gain experience to further my career in the radio broadcasting, board operating, to music directing, to even being on air, which is my main goal to do in life. So I can use all that knowledge to put towards my career in radio broadcasting.
You will learn so much here at KUNV, and we have a lot to offer.
It's Teachers Appreciation Week, and businesses and attractions across Nevada are offering special deals for all Clark County educators. City National Arena is offering a 2-for-1 open skate and 10% off at the Arsenal. The Shark Reef Aquarium at Mandalay Bay is offering free admissions, and Scopology is offering a free escape room for all of the teachers, faculty, and staff. All you need is your CCSD ID to get in on all of the teacher appreciation perks of all week long. For the full list of deals and discounts, you can visit ccsd.net/employees/Teacher Appreciation Week. Do you have a favorite teacher that you remember from like grade school?
A teacher that really stands out to me is my high school journalism teacher, Mrs. Roy. She got me interested in all this stuff, so I really do appreciate her. So
that's amazing. I remember I think it was my 3rd grade teacher. She really had an impact of like getting me to get used to all of the school system here. It was impactful and amazing, really. Yeah. Okay, so when we come back, Carla Lopez will have our daily weather update.
The name of my show is called Frankie's Underground Party. I play just about everything from progressive rock music to alternative and indie music. Sometimes I'll throw in a little mainstream music. I also play some rarities, lost classics, B-sides, that nobody don't hear on the radio anymore. My name is Frankie Teardrop, and the name of my show is called Frankie's Underground Party, and you can tune in every Saturday nights at 10 p.m. on therebelhd2.com.
KUNV, I feel how I feel about it. It's great. I love it a lot. There's a lot amount of freedom. You can really do basically whatever you want.
Very nice facility, very clean. We have editing booths, studios for students to practice our craft and to learn more. And KUNV definitely gives us insight into what we'll be doing when we get our careers, once we graduate. They give us free will and free creativity.
I can gain experience to further my career in the radio broadcasting, board operating, to music directing, to even being on air, which is my main goal to do in life. So I can use all that knowledge to put towards my career in radio broadcasting.
You will learn so much here at KUNV, and we have a lot to offer.
Welcome back to Studio G. Carla Lopez has a daily weather update for us.
Well, here in Vegas, we've been having such beautiful weather for a long time. I'm surprised that it hasn't warmed up this quickly. Today we have a 75 and a max of 84 and a low of 63. And guess what? It might rain tonight. There's a 30% of showers tonight. Now, around the valley, here in Centennial Hills, we have a 71, Summerlin 71, and then it gets a little bit hotter on the east side, on the southeast side of the valley. And then in the middle here on campus, we're going to have around a 75 degrees. Now, as you can see, we have a lot of chance of rain this week with a chance of showers on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The only day where we are expecting a little bit of a hotter weathers are on Wednesdays. And here on campus, it's a little bit hot right now. It's 79 degrees with a few clouds, and the wind is 5 miles per hour. Now tonight, it's going to be 63 degrees with a chance of showers before 11 p.m. So hopefully we get some nice showers for all of our plants. And now I have a quote for you guys. It says, "Trust the wait, embrace the uncertainty, enjoy the beauty of becoming. When nothing is certain, anything is possible." And I'm just gonna leave you guys with this beautiful picture of a flower because it's springtime. And while we're enjoying the mild weather this week, NAPO RT Iowa is dealing with the most damaging flood in the city's history. Employers who work in downtown Daveport are out of work due to the flood damage. Temporary barriers holding back the Mississippi River broke, causing major floods.
We're just trying to make sure that those are covered and they're not tight in this time of need.
For people who worked in the flooded areas of downtown Davenport, the months ahead will be challenging. Jobs at more than 30 businesses remain underwater. Right now, President Trump is the only person with the ability to allow workers in Scott County to apply for disaster unemployment assistance.
It has not been declared here in Scott County, but 7 counties in Iowa, they have been declared.
That means people in Scott County can't get federal help yet, but they might qualify for state help for up to 26 weeks.
We have seen an increase in traffic here at the office with folks coming in to file for unemployment insurance.
But eligibility depends on a lot of things, including how long a worker's been with a company. That's tricky for many of the new businesses like Rome. It's only been open for 5 months.
Rome's been a success because the employees gave it their all every day they came in. So now we can give a little bit back to them. We're not worried about any costs we're going to incur. We're going to rebuild. We'll get back up on our feet. Right now, the focus is on them.
So businesses like Rome have started fundraising, trying to help their employees stay afloat financially. The owners set up a GoFundMe campaign online and are putting together Floodapalooza, an event aimed at raising money for downtown employees.
Them trying to float themselves is where we're trying to pick up the slack.
Temporary help for those waiting to get back to work in Davenport.
Like I mentioned, temporary barriers holding back the Mississippi River broke, causing major floods throughout the Scott County. The president has yet to declare a state of emergency in Scott County, Iowa. Now back to Jennifer at the news desk.
Thank you, Carla. When we come back, Kristen sits down with Michael Ramirez from the UNLV Academic Success Center.
On the radio and praise and shenanigans on the radio. Well, both shows are music talk shows. I bring people in from the community, anybody's doing anything positive, local talent, independent artists. I want the listeners to take away anything that may be helpful to them. Both shows are inspirational. No matter what you do in life, no matter what your dream is, follow it. Never give up on it. My name is Lucius Thompson, aka The New B. Our whole show is called Praise and Shenanigans on the Radio every Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Shenanigans on the Radio every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Make sure you tune in on the rebelhd2.com.
Personally, I love KUNV. It is my sanctuary for creativity. I'm given an opportunity to come in and use the resources that we have here to create the shows and the broadcasts that we do. It is my favorite creative space to be in.
I feel like the station gives students a platform to actually play music and actually a chance to get their hands in the radio industry without having to spend that money.
I like KUNV. It's a community station. They opened up the doors to myself, also to other people who have a dream of being in radio or whatever the case may be.
Have that energy from the city coming back to you while you're on a live broadcast. There's nothing like that feeling.
They have producing workshops. I learned how to actually do play-by-plays for sports events. KUNV has done a lot for me as a student.
If you want to do a talk show, a specialty show, music, it doesn't matter. There's a place for you to be able to come and give your voice to our community.
Welcome back to Studio G. I'm here with Michael Ramirez. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So you work with the ASC on campus, the Academic Success Center.
I do.
Okay. So what got you started in that?
Well, so I started with the Academic Success Center as a tutor, and then worked as a graduate assistant before moving on to a staff position role there. And one of the things that I always appreciated about my time at the Academic Success Center was those light bulb moments, working with students, in the tutoring lab, and actually seeing those points where they start from maybe they're not really understanding it or understanding a concept, and perhaps maybe wanting, needing some little help, or maybe even a second pair of eyes looking over material, and then having that moment from that to it makes sense.
Yeah.
I always found that to be very rewarding. So for somebody who also utilized the services when I was going through my classes as well, that's something that I know that I got a lot out of, and it's something that I've certainly enjoyed working with students on.
Right. So tell me about ASC. Like, where is it? How do students join? How do they go? How do they be a part of it?
Good question. So the Academic Success Center, the ASC, is located right across from what a lot of students may know as the Financial Aid Office, the SSC building, rounded front there. So that's the main office, but we also have satellite locations that are sprinkled throughout the campus, from our tutoring labs to our coaching spot, as well as additional the resources that we provide. So, and specifically for our tutoring services, they can find those at our the lead library on the second floor. They can also find another tutoring location in partnership with the College of Engineering as well, in the TBEA buildings. The coaching spot is also in the SSC building, so just right across the way. So, depending on the resource, there's different locations that a student can utilize, and we have all of those available on our website.
Okay. And so, how do students? Are you guys open during summer and winter? Are you guys open all semester? Can students just walk in whenever?
So our services are available through even into the summer as well. So depending on the particular service, because a lot of our services are usually working either in tandem with classes that are being taught, so like tutoring, supplemental instruction. Those are ones in which are usually partnering with classes at that particular time that are happening. Usually starting around session 2. The winter break will always have staff that's available in the ASC, but the services are working in a much much limited capacity, but students can always reach out to us for any questions.
Sounds good. And do you guys have any upcoming events? Because I know right now it's study week and finals are coming up.
Of course.
So it's probably really busy.
Right. So especially right now, we definitely always have some upcoming events. Right now, currently, we have our cooperative with Campus Life as well as Aramark, partnering with the ASC to provide a tutoring lab location in the dining commons. And it's an opportunity for students to maybe get some additional study time while also enjoying a good meal as well while they're there, going over some of the historically difficult subjects, biology, chemistry, mathematics. So that's another opportunity that's there. We also, during the summer, since you had talked about it, our Math Bridge program is also going to be running during the summer. We have our academic success coaches that are participating in the new student orientation. So there's always events that are usually happening where ASC is participating in and partnering with other departments.
So you guys have, does it have to strictly be history and science that they need help with, or can people with English problems and medical questions or whatever?
Yeah, I know. That's really good because sometimes you have a student that might come in and maybe let's say for the dining commons location where they're specifically focused on those subjects that they might need help in another class. So we also do have our other tutoring locations that are available that they can always they can stop by. The lead library, of course, being the main one that's also that'll also be open at that particular time as well. And those have a much broader range of subjects that are there as well, if not covered in the dining commons. If there's a particular subject in which students may need additional help with, they can always let our front desk staff members know there in the tutoring labs, and of course we always take those into consideration, especially when we're building our schedule. A lot of times when we're building the schedules and the subject availability, we tend to look at the historically difficult courses. So these are ones that the subject matter, the content is one which is really, really difficult historically, and which students end up, are not passing at the rates that we would like for them to. So we provide that additional support based on that data.
And so can students just walk into the DC and it's all free? It's all people just walk in? And
yeah, absolutely. So as long as you go to the front of the dining commons and you let the staff member know that you're there for the tutoring area, they'll direct you to the tutoring spot, which will be pretty easy to see. A bunch of whiteboards, students already working on there already. And then you just make sure that you're checking in with the front desk manager that's there. As long as you have your Rebel ID, they're able to check you in for the particular subject and get you started right away.
So you don't need to live on campus and have a food plan to go in? Okay.
No, you can just jump right in.
So all UNLV students are welcome. That's great.
Absolutely.
So I know you touched on it that tutoring is important, but why do you think people should ASC?
So one of the things that is just that from my experience kind of working with students is the idea that sometimes asking questions is a really difficult thing, and being able to learn how to ask those questions is a skill. So ASC is just another resource with the multiple services that we do offer as a way that we can help students develop that comfort level, as well as be able to bridge some of those gaps in the content that may be getting some additional support in.
Yeah, I agree. College is hard, so we need to take tutoring seriously and we need to pass. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
When we come back, we discuss the competition between two town criers in Winder following the birth of the royal baby.
The name of my show is Love Styles with Danny D, and I talk about love and relationships, the love songs. I'll do all genres of love, from like back to the 60s to today. That's basically what I like, and so I figured other people might like it too. My name is Danny D. My show is Love Styles with Danny D. You can listen to it on Sundays from 6 to 7 on therebelhd2.com.
I used to DJ at KUNV back in 1989 through 92 when the Rebels took the championship. KUNV is a good family. It's fun. The shows that are on it are creative. You can come up with your own show. It's really eclectic and creative and interesting. That's what I like about it.
We are a platform that opens doors for everybody. We don't limit, from what I've seen so far, there's no limit to what we can't do here.
I love their open door policy. Everyone is there to help you out. If there's something that you don't quite understand or remember, you can come in and ask. They'll show you how to do what needs to be done to make your radio show smooth. So expand your mind, expand your knowledge base, and get involved. It's a lot of fun.
Yesterday, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex welcomed a baby into the royal family, but there was some competition when announcing the birth of the new royal. CNN's Anna Stewart has more.
Oh yay! Oh yay!
He's a familiar face at royal events. Now, you are the self-appointed...
Royalist town crier.
You are the self-appointed town crier for all royal events.
All the royal events. And I done the 3 royal babies. Charlotte...
George, Charlotte, Louis, and...
And now we're not sure. But it's a boy. I forecast a boy. And not sure of the name yet, but you know.
Any guesses on the name?
Oh, it might be Charles.
Problem is, there's another town crier in town.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay!
Royal Borough of Windsor Maidenhead Town Crier. Is this official?
This is official.
You are the official town
The
crier.
mayor appointed me in 2012 and I've worked with every mayor since. I am the official town crier for this town.
Now, is there a little bit of rivalry? Because I've met Tony many times. Tony Floxin, second royal crier. No comment. Not awkward at all.
None at all. I'm sorry. We have a rule. We are polite in this town. We don't say nasty things about people.
But unofficial town crier Tony has more royal feathers in his cap.
I'm all over the world. I'm international.
You're the international,
I'm international
self-appointed royal.
And, but the royal family do know me, and the royal family have actually put me in a book called Royal Babies. He is not in the book. Hang on a minute, forget the rest, I'm the best.
God save the Queen!
There may not be room for a third town crier, but just in case a backup is ever needed. What do I shout?
You have to start with oh yay, oh yay, oh yay. What you say after that is entirely your problem.
Oh yay, oh yay, oh yay! Anna Stewart, CNN, Windsor.
Well, regardless of which town crier announced the birth of the newest member of the royal family first, everyone is waiting to hear what the new baby's name is. Do you have any guesses, Kristen?
I really have no idea. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking something like William, Henry, Charles.
You know, I hope they don't name it anything like that, but it's probably it's most likely to happen. Yeah.
We'll see, though. If you don't have a baby to take to a ball game, take your fur baby. Tomorrow is Wag Your Tail Wednesday at the Las Vegas ballpark. All four-legged co-pilots are invited to sit in the berm in center field to watch the Las Vegas Aviators take on the Salt Lake City Bees at 7:05 p.m. Be sure that your dog is at least 6 months old, is caught up on vaccinations, and behaves well with other dogs and humans. I don't have a dog, but I'd love to play with them all. All you need to do tomorrow night is get a ticket for the berm, which costs about $12.
That's all the news that we have for you guys today.
Thanks for watching. Studio G will see you tomorrow.